Hello, welcome to Jerusalem. My name is Ahed, and I am small Arab boy. This is me who you can see walking, and I live in Jerusalem. They asked me to tell you about my city, Jerusalem. In school, I learn English, and so I will tell you all about it in English. I hope you understand, and I will try and speak very good, because I want to be your friend. My city, Jerusalem, is not the big city like maybe where you live, but it's very important to everybody who have a kind heart and to love other peoples. It's sacred for Jewish peoples, for Muslims, and it's very holy place for Christians because this is where Jesus died. Also, it's very, very old city. And the name of my city, it means City of Peace. All the time are many pilgrims who come to visit the holy city. And they are very serious because it is Jerusalem. It's interesting to watch the pilgrims. Some of them carry candles, and they light other people's candles who have no light. When everybody walks to the church of the Holy Sepulcher, it is very noisy because there is not enough space in the streets, and the policemen have to hold the peoples. There are too many of them. When they are inside the church, it is very nice and quiet because they are in the house of God, and inside their heart, everybody is close to Jesus. Jerusalem has walls all around, and some walls are very old from the ancient time, and some are not as old. But I will tell you something. There is always walls around Jerusalem from the time of King Solomon and even before. On the walls it is fun for us to play, and I think maybe no other city has walls like this for boys to play on. We can run and jump and hide and do everything to be delighted. Sometimes the police, they think we can fall off, so they say to us, come down. This policeman is Mr. Yunus, and he's my friend. He is very nice. And Mr. Yunus is one of the tourist police. You see, the tourist police are to help all the visitors who come to Jerusalem. And now you can see me playing again. This is game we play in the spring and we play it with eggs. Each of us boys take one hard-boiled egg, and we play it like this. If his egg crack my egg, he will win the game. But if my egg crack his egg, then I will win. Do you play games like this one in your country? There I am. Can you see me? And I'm walking in the streets of the city. In Jerusalem, many streets are very narrow because they do not change them for a long time. And sometimes they are steep and you have to walk up and down. Follow me now, and you will see some of the streets in the old part of the city. Along the streets you can find many shops. And one of the very old business in Jerusalem is making the pottery. It is old as time of Moses and even Abraham. Even older, I think. In making the pottery, the man turned the wheel with his feet, and he's very good. Very many times I come to the shop and watch him do it. You think it's easy, but it's not. I know because I tried it once. In the streets are other shops where you can buy things to eat. When my father gives me some piastres to spend, I like to buy baklava. It's a cake, and it's very sweet. They make it with sugar, flour, and water, and lots of butter, and then they bake it. See these boys? They are my friends, and they are playing a ball game. I like to play it too. And when we play it with our heads. It's lots of fun for us, and it's not easy to hit the ball against the wall every time. And sometimes when we go home after playing, our head hurts. Some people think the streets are like in time of Jesus, but they're not. Where I am now is Via Dolorosa, and you can tell it because it has arches over it. They say it's street where Jesus carried the cross, but it's not real street. Real street is buried 30 feet under this one. Like all over the city, old things are buried under streets and houses we see today. Once in the Bible time, Jesus met a man who could not see from his eyes. Jesus put some mud on the eyes of the man, and then he told him to wash his eyes in the Pool of Siloam. And when the man washed his eyes, like Jesus told him, he could see everything again. Down there, you can see it. That is the Pool of Siloam. And it's the same as it was in those days. There are only some things we can look at now that are the same things Jesus sees. This is one of them. There are many gates that go into the city, but only 4 are open now. The largest one is Damascus Gate, and I am looking at it. In the olden time, the road go from here right to the city of Damascus, and that is why they call it Damascus Gate. It is very old, but not so old as time of Jesus. People can go through the gate, but you cannot drive automobiles through it. All kind of traffic go in and out of St. Stephen Gate. It is called that because it was here, near the wall maybe. Stephen was made to die when the people, they throw stones at him. When you look at the gate, you can think about him because he was first Christian martyr. Come with me, please. This is the Wailing Wall, and it's very sacred for all Jewish peoples. Some of the big stones are from time of King Solomon. They are at the bottom, and on top of them are more big stones from time of King Herod. So it's a very, very old wall, and it's true that maybe Jesus see it. Over there is the Dome of the Rock, and we will see it. The building has a dome on the top, and it's a mosque, very sacred for all the Muslims, and it's more than 1,000 years old. Inside it, there is a big rock, and that is why it's called the Dome of the Rock. And this rock is the same one over which King Solomon built his temple. So you see, where mosque is now, in ancient time was King Solomon's temple, and the rock was the altar of sacrifice. Down below, the mosque is made from marble. And upstairs, there is very nice and beautiful tile put on it. Now, I will tell you something more. So follow me, and I will show you a tomb where in old time they bury peoples. In time of Jesus, they bury peoples in a cave in the rock. Jesus was put in tomb like this one. And see, there is a big stone that rolls, and they roll it in front of the tomb. Because Jerusalem is very sacred, we have lots of churches, and they are all kinds. You see there? That is the St. George Church, and that is where I go to school and learn English, so I can talk to you and tell you about my city, Jerusalem. And this church, it is outside the walls, and they call it the Church of All the Nations. It's very beautiful, I think, because there is a wonderful painting on the front. That is Jesus, and he is praying for everybody. I like it in the late afternoon, and when it is like that, I go over there, the Garden of Gethsemane, which is on the Mount of Olives. It is very quiet in the garden, and it's nice to sit and think about everything. When Jesus has the Last Supper, then he comes to the Garden of Gethsemane to pray. And I like to think I am at the very same place. And so I tell you about my city, and it's making me glad to tell you. People call it the Golden City, and when the sun goes down in the afternoon, it's true. It's a wonderful city, and it's holy city for everybody. And I hope you are listening to me, and I hope you will come to my city and visit it. And I want to be your good friend in my city. Jerusalem.